so I don't forget to do it later.
I have 5 rescue dogs.
Oh, that's awesome.
You just got a new one recently too, didn't you?
Yeah, her name is Rosie, and I rescued her from this old lady passed away, and then her kids didn't want the dog, so I just took her.
Aw, that's awesome.
She had to go to a shelter, and she is the sweetest, most caring dog I've ever met.
Really?
And so gentle because she couldn't jump on her old owner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she like jumps in the air when she gets real excited, and she just does 360s because she doesn't even like. It's so cute. Like she doesn't even touch you. All my other dogs jump all over you, but not her.
That's so cool. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I love that.
So TJ, I know that we've been going back and forth on doing this interview for like 4 years now. And I just want to tell you how much we do appreciate you making the time, hopping on with us.
No problem. No. Thank you so much for being so accommodating. I appreciate you. I totally spaced that I had a game last night to go to, and I had tickets and everything, and then parking passes and the whole kit. It's just a nightmare. So I was like, oh, dude, I got to postpone it if I can and then figure it out. You know?
No worries.
Dude, not a problem at all. I mean, if I had to choose between doing this or going to a game, I would have chose a game every time. You know what I mean? So, but
sorry, dude. Yeah.
No,
you're good. It actually worked out better.
The nights are my thing, you know?
Oh, yeah, dude. And this is so nice because majority of people we talk to, they're all on the East Coast time zone. So to be in Pacific with you, dude, it just makes life so much easier.
Heck yeah. Awesome.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the Challenge Fandom Podcast. You've got myself, my beautiful wife, Karina, and we've got a very, very special guest today. Today, like I said, super special guest, someone we've been trying to get a hold of on this podcast for about 4 years now, and times and everything finally clicked, and we're able to make it happen. This man is a Las Vegas native, a certified legend, named BMX's King of Dirt, an X Games icon with 3 gold medals to back it up, a member of the Southern Nevada Sports Hall of Fame, the USA BMX Hall of Fame. Since 2005, he's been the voice that starts every season and the final word at the finish line. The man who turned Don't Quit into a commandment, the heartbeat of this franchise, none other than TJ Lavin.
That is the sweetest intro I've ever heard in my life. Thank you so much for that. That was very, very nice.
Absolutely. No, it's my pleasure.
Awesome. Very cool. That's very nice.
No, we're glad to have you, man. We're really, really glad that we could have you on here.
Like
I'm gonna record that and then play it every morning when I wake up. It'll be like my alarm clock. And I'm gonna put it on my wife's phone so that she has to wake up to that every morning.
Yes.
Just a reminder. Yep.
Dude. So I have to tell you the story. I try not, I'm sure people who've listened to us have heard this a million times. I wasn't a big Challenge fan. I watched it when I was really young. Like I actually lived in Las Vegas in the early, like 1999, 2000. And I remember the Challenge went there and did the thing off the stratosphere. And I remember watching it. But then we met about 11 years ago and I came over one night and she's like, shut up, don't talk to me, my show's on. And I was like, what show? And she's like, The Challenge. I was like, you mean The Challenge on MTV with like Darrell and Veronica? And this was right around like Dirty.
It was Rivals 3.
And she's like, yeah, but they haven't been on in a while. And I was like, is that TJ Lavin? She's like, how do you know TJ Lavin? I was like, dude, I grew up watching the X Games and TJ Lavin's from Nevada. We're from Nevada. It's just, you got to root for him no matter what.
Oh yeah, that's sick, dude. Like anybody from Vegas, I'm down with. You know what I mean? Anybody from Vegas, like that's doing it. Like anybody from Kurt Busch to the Killers, I'm down with them. You know, Jimmy Fallon. Anybody that's down with Vegas, I'm down with them.
Nice.
And they're my favorite. You know, my favorite whatever. So like like the Killers are my favorite band because they're from here and they're awesome. You know what I mean? And then Kurt Busch and Kyle Busch are awesome. They're the best NASCAR drivers. I don't even like NASCAR, but I like those dudes because they're from Vegas, you know? And them and Jimmy, but you know, Jimmy's badass too. And then you got Jimmy Kimmel is my favorite talk show host because he's Vegas guy, you know? So you got to love these dudes, man. You got to support everybody that comes from Vegas, man. That's our stuff. Favorite tennis player, Andre Agassi. You can't beat it. You know what I mean?
I actually went to the same high school as he did. I went to Bonanza. So
there you go.
It's one of those things, and
it's just nice to see like people from your hometown like actually like make it and do good, you know. So you got to root for them.
And not to say any other state might be less than this or more than this, but I know one thing: like if people know you're from Nevada and they're from Nevada, they root for you hard no matter what. It's just one of the, unless it's UNLV versus UNR. Otherwise, we root for each other hard.
True.
Yes. No doubt about it.
So, TJ, we know you got your intro into BMX at a young age. When did you know that, dude, I'm pretty good at this and I really like it. I want to see if I can pursue something out of this.
In 1995, I graduated high school and the X Games came out. And when the X Games came out, we were all watching it at a buddy of mine's house because I didn't have cable. You know, we couldn't afford that. And we're watching the show, and as we're watching it, everybody was like, TJ, why aren't you on this? And I was thinking the same thing. Like while I was watching it, I was like, dude, I could really compete with these dudes. Like I didn't even know it. You know what I mean? Like I had no idea that I was at that level riding. I thought I was just the best dude in Vegas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just thought that I was the best guy in my neighborhood or whatever and I saw some videos and I saw some like magazines and stuff. And I was always like, I could definitely do some of this stuff, you know, but you don't know until you know when you watch it on TV, you know, and the X Games had just been invented in 1995. So we were there watching that live, the first X Games ever. And we were like watching it live on TV, and Mike Achenbach broke his arm, and Jay Miron won, and it was like all these Fuzzy Hall was there. He's one of my buddies, and I was like, oh my god, like I know that guy, you know what I mean? And then when all the kids in the neighborhood were like, TJ, why aren't you in this? I was like, I don't know, but I don't even know how to do that. Like, how do you get on the challenge type thing? You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. Like, it's like people that want to be on the challenge all the time. Like, how do you even do that? I don't even know how to get on the challenge, and I host it. You know what I mean? Like, I have no idea. And so when I looked at it, I was like, man, I don't know. And then a friend of mine was like, there's a contest at the end of the year called the King of Dirt. It's in November, and you should try to get in that. And I was like, who do you even call or what's going on?
Yeah.
And so it ended up like friend of a friend knew how to do it. And then another friend was a big time sponsor in that league called the NBL back then. And or the ABA Grands. Yeah. It was the ABA Grands, and it was in Oklahoma City, and I went there, and like on the flight on the way there, I was thinking about it, and I was like, dude, I really feel like I might win this thing. Like it was so weird, dude, because I got the letter in the mail, and it was 20 top pros, all the guys from the X Games and the magazines and everybody that you can ever imagine. As if you're a kid and you're all the people that you watched and then me. Basically handwritten at the bottom of the note. You know what I mean? Like, dude, it was just crazy. It was 21 guys in this contest now because I was put in there as a favor to Nick Herta. And he was like, he's a really good rider. You should put him in. And then Gork was like, okay, I'll put him in. He wrote me in and that was it. And I went there. And I knew that I could compete with these dudes. You know what I mean? And I knew that I did my homework. So I was very excited to get out there and show that I was, dead serious, like ready to go. And I remember like halfway through the contest, Fuzzy came up to me. Fuzzy Hall is a legend in the sport. And one of the people that I looked up to was like, dude, you're going to win this thing, man. And I was like, really? Like he's like, dude, yeah, you're killing it. And I was like, all right, thanks, man. He's like, you're definitely going to make the final, which was the top 5 guys out of the 21 go,
Wow.
And then sure as shit, they read the finalists, and I was one of them. It was me, Jay Miron, Joey Garcia, Mike Griffin, and Ryan Brennan and Fuzzy. So something like that. I don't remember, but
yeah,
they and then I won. It was insane. And then I won that night, and like I called my mom, and I thought for sure that I was retired then. I was like, dude, you know what? I'm retired. That's it. I'm done. I'm like, I did the most, you know what I mean? So I won $600. So I was like, dude, $600 is more money I ever saw in my life.
Yeah.
And then I rattled off 3 more pro contests, or 2 more pro contests. So it's 3 in a row that I won. Like right out of the gate, just boom, boom, boom. Right. Yeah. November, December, just killing it.
It's almost, and at that point you're like, okay, I'm made for this. This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure. And that was 30 years ago, almost to the day.
Wow.
So full disclosure, I came home on my lunch and we were sitting here talking with our 12-year-old kid.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's a fan of the challenge, and we're like, oh, we're going to interview TJ today. And he's like, oh, that's awesome. He's like, dude, how long has he been doing the show? And I was like, oh, he's been doing it since like 2005 or so. Mm-hmm. And he's like, what did he do before that? I was like, you didn't know he was a BMX rider? And then I had to remember, I'm like, oh, that's right. You're 40. You grew up watching TJ Lavin and Dave Mirra and all these guys at BMX, at X Games and everywhere. I was like, yeah, no. And then once we told him you had your own video game and there was a whole level where you could ride in your backyard, he was sold right there. He wants to get the video game and try it out.
Oh, that's sick. That was the first level, actually, the first board. And the only reason I know that is because the only time I ever tried to play it, it was the first board, thank God. And I never even got even remotely close to the first board or past it. I never played any video games growing up or nothing. I didn't, I sucked at all of them. I was just like, whatever. Didn't care. You know what I mean? I just wanted to go outside.
Ride the bike. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, it was a different time. I mean,
it was, yeah.
Yeah, I remember my mom looking at me and being like, get out of the house. I was like, when can I come back? She's like, lunch.
Yeah.
When the street lights come on.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Street lights come on, that's it.
And you better be here when they come on.
Yeah.
You better be. Yeah. I'm thirsty. Drink from the hose.
Exactly.
Well, I was going to say too, because I think I saw something a while back that you were going to take the track down, and you were going to level everything out. Have you done that yet?
Yeah, I did. I leveled it all out, and now it's a dog throwing. I throw the ball for the dogs back there. Now it's for that.
Oh, I bet they love it.
Yeah, they love it. They go out there and go nuts. Put a big fence between them, so now they can't jump in the jacuzzi as easy, and keep the house a little cleaner, and it's cool.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
I wanted to ask you, going from doing BMX and then into the challenge, is there a certain type of mindset or value that you brought in from BMX into your career in the challenge?
Well, BMX is pretty chill, and we're pro athletes, but we don't really consider it like that. We don't even care. We're just going for each other, we're rooting for each other, and everybody on the deck is different. And they bring a whole set of their whole utensils to the course, and we want them to do well. And if somebody's bike breaks, you give them yours. It's weird. It's
right.
It's they're trying to take money out of your pocket, but you still let them use their thing, even if they're your biggest rival. Ryan Nyquist was my hardest guy. You know what I mean? Him, Nasty, and a couple of the other dudes are my hardest competition when I was really at the top. And I would give any one of them my bike in 2 seconds. to let them, or my wheel to get their bike ready to go. Like, it's crazy, like that it was that much camaraderie and that cool. So in that sense, I don't know if it's the same, but I did bring a little bit of the, like the mental attitude. Like, I'm trying to pump them up to make them feel like they should do, they should go a little harder. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I definitely would do whatever you're doing right now. I promise. You know what I mean? And a couple times I had to prove that. Like there's one like canyon swing jump that was really cool in Thailand.
Yeah.
And some dude like just didn't do it. And he like came down like Britney Spears on the thing. And I was like, bro, like, and then so I went up there and did a handstand and fell right into the canyon. Like, just to prove like, look, dude, like, you're not going to die. These are the best stunt people in the world taking care of you. And they are legitimate best in the world taking care of the other people. So, we're going to make sure that you're good.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's like one of my favorite videos. I love that video. And it's so funny because there was a few years back, there was like a post in like a Facebook fan group or something where people, I don't know, you had like gotten on somebody's case for, not doing a daily or something like that. And so there was a post that was like, oh, it's so easy for him to talk while he's standing on the sidelines kind of thing. And, I went in on fire. I was like, but he does it. He'll do this stuff. And I like shared the video. And ironically, it actually gave me the opportunity to meet your mom. And we've actually built like a little friendship. And we talk like a couple times a month. She's amazing. I absolutely adore her. But I love that video. It's actually a very special video for me. So
well, thank you very much. That's so cool. That is awesome. Yeah, my mom, she definitely is cool now. Like, she's way cooler now, but like back in the day, like if she caught on the comments, if anybody had anything negative to say, she would want to go in on every one of them. Like, are you kidding me? Like, she is not scared to tell people what time it is.
No, she was not. No. She had seen my comment and she sent me a private message and she was like, hey, I thank you for what you said about TJ and I'm his mom and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God, how did I not even notice the name?
That's so cool.
So she's awesome though. I actually was just messaging with her last night telling her that we were going to get to meet you. And so she's really cool. I love her.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, I'd be amiss to not say thank you. I know when we first started this journey, we started TJ Lavin's group on Facebook and you did a whole video for us while I think you were in like Croatia or something and filming. So we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
One thing I kind of want to ask you, and this is just going back and taking a look at your BMX career, is there a certain win or a certain competition that really stands out to you that you like hold with a lot of pride? Like it means a lot to you?
Well, there's two. The 95 King of Dirt, obviously, because I got held up by Jay Miron, who is out of a movie, man. That's ridiculous. And Jay Miron just won the X Games. And for him to have that much humility to hold me up, a kid that just came out of nowhere, he never even knew my name before this contest. And then I came in there and won, you know what I mean? And like, for him to have that kind of humility is like, wow, that really is the coolest thing ever. Now, when I look back at it too, like I really love that guy for that. For the rest of my life, I'll love him forever for that. All the guys, actually, any dude in BMX, I loved so much. And then the 97 X Games, my mom was there and it was really cool. That was a very cool moment. In the 2000, I think it was 2000 or 2001 or two, maybe 2001. We were in Philly, X Games, and there was a really big first set coming back in the section coming back, and it was a big set. Like, so you come down the roll in, hit 3 jumps, go up another roll in, and when you're at the other roll in, you'd see like a whole crowd of people and everything. And the whole place First Union Center was packed. So it was like 16 or 18,000, whatever that place is. And then I went down and I jumped that first set and I 360 the first set. And when I did, I looked into the crowd and I found my dad. And I looked at him eye to eye, right? Looked right at his face and then kept going. Yeah,
That's
during
so
the
cool.
run.
Yeah.
So it was so sick. And then after the whole thing was over, he goes, TJ, like, tell me, like, did you look at me? I go, yeah. He goes, oh my God, how did you do that? But it was so cool. It was like, that was a pretty cool moment in life, you know what I mean? And like, he passed away, but that was like in '05. But that moment was cool that we got to share that day, you know? And then later on that night, I got knocked out cold, but it was sick. It was a pretty crazy contest.
Wow.
That's wild though. Like even with what happened later in it, still bringing you that much pride just because you had that moment with your dad while you were doing what you love.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
so cool. I love it.
And he got to be the big winner on his row. You know what I mean? Like him and my mom sat together, and everybody sat together. Like my dad, my stepmom. I don't know if my stepmom was there, but my dad and my uncle Joey, I think, might have been there, and then my mom and Jim, her husband. You know, and everybody it was cool. It was a very, very cool moment for me. You know, it was really rad.
Dude, I love that.
Yeah, that's so cool. I love that. Just special moments like that, you know, that you can't replicate, you can't plan it. But that's just really cool.
Yeah. Even you said it. I mean, because it's true. BMX riders are professional athletes, right? But you don't view yourself that way, right? I would assume you view yourself just like how probably a lot of professional athletes to a degree view themselves just some guy that got into playing a sport or got into riding a bike and they got really good at it and now they get paid for it.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
With that being said, I mean, you still have that competitive, that nature, and you say yourself, you wouldn't ask any of these challengers to do something you wouldn't be willing to do. Do you ever feel that drive where you see one of the challenges they have to do, and you're like, shit, man, I really want to do this one?
Yeah, that's happened before. Let me go back a little bit because I will ask them to do something I won't do when there's an eating challenge. So I apologize up front for that. The eating challenges are the worst thing in the whole world. I hate them. And I don't want anything to do with them. However, I have to host them. It's part of the deal. So, but there are some times when I see a challenge, I'm like, dude, I really like that. I want to do that. And one of the times was in South Africa. We were staying in Cape Town, but this challenge happened to take place in a place called Somerset West, South Africa, which is 45 minutes away from Cape Town. And if you're hauling ass, and we did. And so when I read the challenge, I was like, ooh, I got to get there. I got to try this. So I got there before Justin, who is the executive producer, Justin Booth. Great guy. Awesome dude. And I got there before him so that I could try it. And I jumped down and it was the one where there's containers with trampolines in between the containers.
Yeah.
It was sick. And I was like, dude, so you jump off the container onto the trampoline, onto a container, onto the trampoline, onto a container. I believe it was like 5 or 6 of them. And I did it. It was awesome. I was like, this is sick. I raced there to do it. And when I did do it, Justin was like, Lavin, get off of there when he showed up. And I was like, all right. So I jumped off and I was like, all right, cool. Dude, you can't do that. You're going to get hurt. And I go, nah, dude, I'm good. I love it. I grew up on trampolines. And all of a sudden, this girl jumps off. She's a tester. She snapped her leg, tip, compound fracture. And me and Justin were like, oh my God. And we went and held her hand and held her head and waited for the ambulance. And it was brutal. She handled it like a champ too. She was like just fully calm, no big deal. I was like, dude, that was crazy.
Insane.
A year later, I got the same injury. And I was like, dude, I ain't handling it like this. You know what I mean? I was screaming. I was like, dude, this is the worst pain in my life. Yada, yada, yada. She handled it like she went into shock, I guess, but it was brutal.
Yeah, man. I always think I have a high tolerance of pain until I see her get hurt by the same thing and she just shrugs it off. And I'm sitting there in the corner like, oh my God, it hurts so bad.
Yeah, dude. Dudes are definitely weaker in the pain tolerance. You know what I mean? Like pain tolerance, women are definitely harder than dudes, I think.
Oh, 100%, 100%. One thing I did kind of catch on to when you were talking about, the camaraderie between BMX riders on the tour and doing willing to give other guys, even your biggest rival, like a tire or a wheel, whatever they need, like give them your bike to make a run. I do think I see a parallel in what you bring to the show, because me and Karina have talked about this. There are certain moments that are bigger than the show to us. And those moments are like when Nelson got eliminated in the final on Spies Lies, and you and him had that moment that they showed on camera, and that camaraderie. I think that's something that definitely gets brought into the challenge from, your BMX days, from what I can see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I think, that for sure does, because I definitely have been there when somebody has the highest of the highs, you know what I mean? Like, so I can live it with an Ashley or a Turbo when they win the challenge, Bananas, whoever, CT, like I can live that because I've won, like maybe 9 or 10 world championships or essentially titles, right? From King of Dirts to Crazy Freaking Biker CFB series to the other King of Dirt series, the series, to X Games, to Gravity Games, to Australian X Games, you name it.
Yeah.
Like, I've been able to win these crazy contests and be at the highest of high. But then I've also crashed out in the prelims of the Gravity Games in Cleveland, Ohio, when I was favorited to win. You know what I mean? Like, and I already had the money spent in my mind. You know what I mean? And I didn't even make the final. So now I went from making 50,000 plus bonuses, which it probably would have been like 75 or 80 grand, to zero. And it it hits you right in the face, dude. And you're like, oh my God. And I just can't believe I blew it that hard. And it was a no-brainer too. And me and my biggest rival, Ryan Nyquist, both crashed out of the prelims. And he was in the first heat. He crashed out. And I was like, oh my God, now all the pressure of the world is on me in the second heat, because I'm really favorited to win. And I crashed out too. I just blew it. And it was so crazy. I was like, dude, I needed him to do really good. You know what I mean? So that I would do good. And then we could battle it out in the final. But no. And then, so when that happened, that was the most devastated I've ever been in a contest, besides getting hurt and broken, whatever. But if I didn't get hurt and it was just a mess up, that was the worst ever. And I remember that feeling of just not making it and just completely shitting the bed. And that's what happened. You know what I mean? You're like, dude, I blew it, man. And I know that feeling of being eliminated, essentially.
Right.
100%.
Yeah, no. Well, and, kind of, speaking of like, crashing out, obviously everybody knows about your big crash it back in, I think it was 2010 at the Do Tour. And so what I'm curious about, I know you've told the story a million times, we won't make you tell it again, but what I'm curious about is like, what like went into your decision to come back to the challenge after that? Or was it not even like a choice? Was it just you always knew you were going to go back?
Yeah, it wasn't even a choice. It was 100% fact that I was coming back. It was just a matter of if I could do it. You know what I mean? Like, so when I woke up and I could, essentially I could talk, but not great. My speech was really slurred and very a different tone, different pitch. Your voice box is all messed up because you had all the tubes down your throat too. So everything was just different, and it was weird, and it was very hard to recognize things and do whatever you got to do. You got to learn scripts, you got to learn everything, because there's never been an earbud, or there's never been only one segment of one show in my life have I used an earbud, and I instantly took it out and was like, I don't like this. And so everything's been memorization only. So, I memorize every single word that you hear is some kind of a memorization technique. And I pride myself on that, So I really work on it and try to learn the scripts and get the games and internalize them, and then just explain them to my friends. Well, that wasn't even a question. And I knew that we were leaving in February, and the accident happened October 15th or 14th or something. So I woke up on the October 25th or 6th, and that was, now I had, a few months left to get rehabbed and ready to go. And so when I left to the show, I brought one of my friends to drive because I didn't really even know how to drive yet that good. So, but while we were on the show, I got better and better and better. I just kept on jumping rope. I like jumped rope, worked out, did like all my speech therapy, did all my video games. Like I had these video games online. I can't remember what they were called. It was like brain games, like things to teach you about math and on-site reading and memorization skills and like all these different games that I played every single day. And for brain games, it was really cool.
Wow.
You know what? And I've seen this, like I think there was a documentary we watched about the crash and your battle to come back and and it makes sense why when someone does quit or I hate to say it, pussies out on doing a challenge, why kind of hard on them, man. You had to put in so much work and effort just to come back to do even the most basic of things at first, to work yourself back all the way to the challenge.
Yeah, walking, talking, everything. But the reason that I get so hard on the people is that I want them to do their best, and I know that they're going to regret giving up and quitting. You know what I mean? The 100%. Second that they leave, the second that they're taking a shower, because I know because I've been there. You know what I mean? I know 100%. Like, and when you want to beat this into somebody's head, like, dude, you don't want to go.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid. Like the second that you leave, you're in the car with the security guards going to the hotel because you quit. You're going to regret it. 100%.
100%.
You're going to be like, take me back. I want to go back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just kidding, please.
Yeah, dude. And I know that. So I'm like, dude, when you get on the flight, you're going to hate life. Like you're going to hate life. Let me let my dog out real quick.
Yeah, no sweat.
There you go, Ricky. There you go. I'm going to have to meet some other dogs, I'm sure. All the other girls are coming in here now.
Yeah. Ahsoka must be in one of the boys' rooms.
She
came out. Oh yeah, look, attention time.
Babies.
Lucy girl sees the camera. Come on. Okay.
They're like, all right, we're all coming in.
All right. Okay.
Oh my God.
I love it, man. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Well, dude, and to speak on that, like, I mean, one of my biggest regrets, and it's a small regret, but I still remember being 11 years old and quitting Pop Warner, and it still bothers me to this day that I quit it because my coach was too hard on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I still regret it to this day. It's part of the reason I made myself play through high school, even though I didn't like it.
Yeah, it's easy to quit in the moment, but it's hard to live with it afterwards.
100%.
Sure. Yeah,
it's
100%.
really, really hard to live with it afterwards. And I wish somebody, that like was gonna quit. I talk them out of it. I hope that somebody realized that it's all out of love. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want you to quit because I don't want you to have that kind of regret.
Yeah,
100%.
Absolutely.
And I know some of the times we only see an edited version of that conversation, like maybe the last 10 seconds or something, where I'm sure you've talked to the person and be like, dude, this isn't what you want to do.
Right.
Yeah,
there's that. And then there's like, that sometimes I'm like, I just go in on somebody if they're not that cool. You know what I mean? Like if they're not like giving it their all anyway, I'm like, all right, man, you just go.
Yeah, just go. But also you suck.
Don't take care. I hope to see you never.
Yeah.
100%.
And that's something that I wrote that myself, don't take care to hope to see you never. I wrote that myself. And that's just from talking shit with all my friends and because usually people say, take care. Hope to see you soon.
See you soon. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right? So, it's just the oppo.
No, I love it. And now it's like one of the most like iconic phrases in the whole challenge fandom is that.
Yeah.
It's right up there with, I'm going to take the money and run.
Yeah, take the money and
Dude,
run.
that take the money and
Smash his
run
head
is
and
so
re-eat
gnarly.
it, you know? Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Take the money and run. The moment was so gnarly, and I'm still haunted by that thing. But it's really big. Like that was a big deal.
Dude, that was my first real season watching it when me and her met.
Yeah.
And I watched Bananas do that, and I was like,
he was hooked after that.
I was like, dude, they can steal each other's. All right, I'll watch next season. Let's see what happens. So many years later.
Girl, Rosie.
Oh my, she's so cute. She's
a baby.
She looks like a baby.
And this little one's a boo-boo too. This is Lucy. She came from a tractor trailer. She was like stuck under a tractor trailer. Not stuck, but just hiding under a tractor trailer. All scared and shit.
Oh man, poor baby.
We're actually, so we had a cat passed away, and so now we're just down to the one dog. And you know, I'm at work, kids are at school, she's gone doing stuff, and it's like we got to get
another dog. Yeah, we got to get our dog a dog because she's bored now.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, you got to just go rescue one, man. Get one from a shelter. Like they're all over, man. I post them all the time and try to get them noticed, you know?
Yeah.
And my goal is to empty the shelters. And Vegas just had a very big win. The city council banned pet stores from selling dogs here in Vegas. And I am just so ecstatic about that. Like I am so happy that city council in Vegas have just made big moves. That's amazing.
That's awesome. Dude, one of the saddest scenes is the mall up here in Reno. They had a dog store in there, and you go in there and you're just like, fuck, man, I want to buy all these dogs, but I don't want these people to make money off me doing it.
It's so terrible.
That's exactly right. And all that does is perpetuate more people from buying dogs from backyard breeders. And it's ridiculous. Like, dude, the backyard breeders, to me, they are just ignorant people. They don't know any better because they obviously don't hate dogs. Or else they wouldn't do that kind of line of work, right? I mean, you'd hope. But at the end of the day, like, you're not helping the situation. You're just making yourself money. And that's disgusting. Go make some money somewhere else, doing some other thing, you know? There's got to be a way for you. You don't have to take the hardest way I can think of is by breeding a dog and making him pregnant and then figuring out how to deliver the babies. Then you got to sell the baby. Like there's easier ways to make money, bro. Like let's do this.
Like we talked about it with our dog, and she isn't fixed yet, but she doesn't get out of the yard. She's indoors like 95% of the time.
And more than that, she doesn't even like going outside. She doesn't like going in the car. She doesn't like car rides, anything like that. She's a total couch dog for sure. Right. Little dog.
But like we talked about it, and I was like, first of all, I don't know.
Because we had a friend who reached out when we like first got her and posted her, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, I have this dog. Maybe we could breed him." And like, so we thought about it for a minute, and it's just.
No, I don't want to do it. Like, no.
And definitely do not do that. Like, it is the worst thing that anybody could possibly do at this moment. Like, sure, maybe in the future when their shelters are empty, and there are no more dogs out there.
Yeah.
Then we can do this. You know what I mean? Let's revisit the situation. But I'm not going to say never in the world ever again, but really I don't think it is a thing. Like I think we really need to get rid of breeding because there are so many dogs around the world that need homes. I mean, every country I go to, there's strays everywhere that need help. You know what I mean? So
100%.
And there's just so many dogs and so much overpopulation. It's insane.
Yeah, 100%. And the actual truth of it is dogs that are not purebred are typically healthier dogs that live longer.
That's 100% fact. And they're cooler. They're just cooler.
They are.
Same as people, man.
Yeah.
Mix it up.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Dude, so you've been doing the challenge for 20 years now, which is wild to think about. And it instantly aged me when I just thought about when I first started watching the challenge. But with that being said, that long of a time in a career, is there like a low that you wish you could do differently? And is there a high that you wish you could relive?
No, Absolutely not. I have no regrets, and I would never want to go back in time because I had so much hard stuff go down. You know what I mean? Like so many heavy rehabs and oh God, like things that I did. And every single thing is a learning experience. So you either win or you learn. That's it. There's no losing. You just win or learn. And that's how I've lived my whole life. And I'm just happy that it is where it is. I couldn't be happier than where I am right now, right today, as not successful or successful as I am. It's great. You know what I mean? Cool. Yeah. Let's go with it. You know what I mean? I'll take it and let's do the damn thing. And that brings me to my next thing. Like I'm doing a show here in Vegas. Like it's a music show / storytelling show.
Oh, cool.
And I'm doing it here in Vegas on December 12th and 13th at Jimmy Kimmel Live in the Link here in Vegas.
That's so cool.
And I've never done anything like that. So it's something that scares the shit out of me. So I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Like it's something that I've never done. I've never done a show where I'm charging tickets and people are going to come see me play music and tell stories live. And I have 4 shows.
Oh, wow.
I have 2 shows on the 12th, 2 shows on the 13th. And the first show on the 12th is already sold out. Like
that's so cool.
It's so cool. It just got word of it just right now. When I was doing my podcast like earlier. The guy called me and I answered the phone on speaker, of course, because that's how I roll. And then the dude was like, I got good news and bad news. What do you want first? And I was like, well, let's just give it to me. I don't care. Whatever hit me. Like loud and clear on the podcast. Boom, boom. And then he was like, your first show, you're not going to have any more tickets because it's sold out. I was like, oh my God, that's so
cool.
Let's go.
Freaking rad, man. I love that.
That's awesome. No, I love that.
It's going to be badass. So like the being scared of something is why I do that. I'm scared to death of that. Like, Jesus, like that's now you got to really do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To quote David Goggins, embrace the suck, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where real growth comes from that.
Yep. Yeah. And so just get fit, get good, and do it.
All right.
I love that.
This one's not on our notes, but I got to ask you, man, how the hell do you run 5 miles in flip-flops, bro? That's impressive.
Well, these are the flip-flops that I run in. All right. They're Hoka. And, and they're flip-flops. They're Hoka recovery slides. And when you feel them, you'll know how I do it.
Okay.
That's how I do it. Like they're not rainbow. If I ran a rainbow, then okay, cool. Now you understand. Like you're gonna have some fucked up feet. But if you run this, you're dialed. You know what I mean?
All right. Because the first time I saw it, I was like, bro, how the fuck are you doing that, man? I can't even get across the backyard without almost eating shit in flip flops.
Yeah, dude. No, I work out in flops every day. I walk far. Today I probably walked 10 miles and in my flops. And like I wear them in the winter, summer. I hate shoes.
Okay.
Dude, I get it, bro. Yeah. I'm the same guy. Like I get home from work and the first thing, shoes, socks off my feet. Dude, I can't stand it.
Yeah. That's fair.
Man.
It's like, man,
I hear you.
It's like going to the beach and digging your feet in the sand. There's no better pleasure. Well, there probably is, but it's up there. It's definitely.
I can think of a few things, but
a few things. Yeah, it might be top 15. Maybe that's.
Yeah, we'll just put that in the top 20 for you, and then.
That's great.
Go ahead.
So actually, I wanted to jump back really quick because just a little bit ago we were talking about, like the iconic phrases, take the money and run and smash his head and eat it, and even yours. You've seen so many iconic moments on this show, and I'm just curious if you have like a favorite one, whether it's from Banana's backpack to Banana stealing the money or Ashley stealing the money, or there's just such an array of things to choose from. I'm curious if you have a favorite one.
Yeah, like the one that I could think of right off the bat is we were in Iceland for a final. Mm-hmm. And when we were in Iceland for the final, this is not the last one. It was the one way before that, back in the day.
Yeah,
And it was with Justin Booth. It was a Justin Booth final, and it was stupid, dude. It was like really hard and very cold and shitty, like super sucky, like for everybody, dude. The crew, everybody hated it, and it was hard as hell. But it was the best ever final. You know what I mean? It was sick.
Yeah.
So we got it done, man. But when we were out there, it was sucking so bad. It was a blizzard and it was just all this shit. And those would make the fun, like the coolest moments, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember one of the times I was sitting in this truck and I was like, this sucks so bad. And then I look out the windshield of the truck and like all my crew's there, everybody's there. And all the way up the mountain in the blizzard, I see CT trying to keep up with DM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, this is the Battle of the X's final, isn't it? 'Cause it's the best final in my opinion too.
And DM is just hauling ass up this mountain.
Yeah.
And CT is just dragging ass, but he's with her. You know what I mean? He's going for it. And she's like, come on. And she was just willing him up that mountain. And that's like something I'll never forget about DM is she's like just such an amazing human. You know what I mean? And she was just a really amazing person.
Absolutely. Yeah. She's a very special memory. I'm very glad that I got to grow up kind of watching that and seeing all those, you know, those really special moments, everything from, you know, the wig and the final and her first elimination win and even the losses. You know, I remember one of the most vivid memories is she did an elimination on Duel 2. And I believe she was going against Brittany, but they were like on a plank and they had to like try to push each other off. And DM was doing really good, but she ended up losing and going home. And she was so heartbroken. And you were so nice to her, you know, and just like talked her up and told her how great she did. And you know, and that's like a constant. I mean, even going back to like early seasons, we got the pleasure of interviewing Anissa toward the beginning of our podcast. And she was telling us all about like the jacket that you gave her on the duel after her elimination and how she still has it like to this day. And so it's just really cool, like, you know, being able to hear about those like iconic moments from like the other side of the camera.
She said she would get buried in that jacket.
Yeah, she was like, I'm going to get buried in this jacket. I was like, okay.
That is so cool. Like, little moments like that are very special to me. You know, Anissa holds a special place in my heart for sure. I love her. And she and I gave her that jacket in Brazil. Yeah. I'll never forget it. And like I know the places and or times that we were there. Like I remember DM taking her wig off and I was like, dude, DM, like you're hotter without it. Like you are beautiful. Like you look stunning. And she's like, thank you. You know, she's so sweet. Yeah. And I was just like, no, really, like you look badass. Like you know. And then years later, fast forward years later, my daughter shaved her head when she was 18.
Yes.
She just shaved her head. She was like, I don't want my hair right now. So she just shaved her head. I was like, I'm a supporter. You're bad. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You know,
she did beautiful.
it.
I remember seeing the photos of her. She looked beautiful with it. Yeah.
She's crazy, but she's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, all right, go ahead. You look awesome.
Yeah.
You know, G.I. Jane. Let's go.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. No, that's so cool. I love that.
I do have to ask about this because it's one of my favorite moments. I know it might have been your first season when you and Cyrus got into it.
Oh yeah. First season.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hell of an intro to the challenge right there. But
well, dude, like when you're a BMX dude, like you don't really give a care. And like, I didn't care. I was a bit cocky, like protective of my image essentially. Like, dude, you're not going to call me a liar on television and not say shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're going to just fight and that's it. And so thank God Timmy was there and saved my ass because Cyrus probably would have just mopped the floor with me. But I didn't even really know how to fight that good back then. And so I was like, dude, I don't know how this is going to go down, but I'm not going to be embarrassed on TV of some dude calling me a liar. So
right. Gotta at least stand up, whether you win or lose. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
100%.
But now I love Cyrus. I love that guy. Like,
oh, he's so cool.
He and I are like we're friends. Like, he's a good dude.
Yeah, he's really cool. We got to interview him towards the beginning of the podcast too, and he's awesome, and he's been such a big supporter of it. So we'll support Cyrus till the end for sure.
Yeah, Cyrus he's badass. I love him.
Yeah, he's cool.
So I know you've been asked Mount Rushmore, who you think the GOAT is, all that. I want to ask this in kind of a different light. If you were a contestant on the challenge and you got to pick your team, let's say a team of 6, 2 other guys and 3 girls, who are some of the people you think off top that you'd want on your team?
Well, I would definitely want Nani. She's a firecracker. She's awesome.
I love this.
And I would want Leroy for the support. He's moral support. Johnny Bananas, no doubt. CT. Those are my 2 guys. And then Johnny Bananas and CT you can't go wrong with. If you got those 2 dudes with you, forget it. And then like, because the agility and strength and athleticism on that team would be crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then having Nani, she's a workhorse. That girl goes hard all the time, nonstop, just keeps on going. You know what I mean?
No quit.
And she is no quit, and she's doing it no matter what. Whatever it is, the task at hand, I promise you it will get done. Doesn't matter. Like, no matter how hard it is, eating this or eating that or doing this, she's amazing. I think she's probably one of the toughest girls when it comes to that. Emily's pretty damn good too. She's amazing too. I think she might be up there, and maybe if I had to got one more girl, I think I'd probably take. Let me think. Maybe. I mean. Recently, I would probably take Michaela. Michaela's she's an athlete. Yeah, she is an athlete, like really good athlete. You know what I mean? So and she's like a good teammate too.
And she's smart.
Her, like, with her team, with her teammates, that's what I'm talking about. This is the teammate part of it. Like the teammate part of it. Like Nani is a cheerleader for you no matter what. She's in your corner. You know what I mean? Same with Bananas. Same with CT. Same, they're all like really good teammates. And that's what I see. Like Jordan, on the other hand, who is probably one of the best athletes I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want him on my team. Like, because it would be, because he's going to yell the shit out of me when I mess up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I ain't mad at him for that. Like, I'm definitely deserving of this if I mess up. However, it's going to hurt my feelings, and I don't really want to have my feelings hurt. So
100%, dude. 100%.
He's going to really crush me, dude. Like, he's going to be like, he's like the Little League baseball dad. You know what I mean? I would hate to be his kid in baseball because he's going to be like, you better be good, goddammit. His kid's definitely going to be good.
Oh, God. I didn't even consider that.
It's wild that you say that because a lot of the challengers we've talked to kind of say they look at you the same way. Like they just don't want to go out there and disappoint you.
Yeah, don't disappoint Dad.
I mean, I can see it. You know what I mean? I can see it. I'm definitely competitive, Yeah. I can see that. I wouldn't yell. I wouldn't yell at anybody for sucking. I would yell at them for quitting.
100%. Yeah.
And or not giving it their all or just lollygagging. I'd be like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? We got to win this money. You know what I mean? Like, let's go.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Dude, we don't have time for this.
I'm kind of curious on your perspective because like you said, you've seen Bananas run multiple finals. You've seen CT run multiple finals. You've seen Jordan run multiple finals. Out of some of these newer cast members, not only just on this season, but let's even go back like an Horacio or a Kyland. Who do you think of these guys could really maybe take that mantle and win 3, 4, 5 finals?
Let me think about it. Let me I'll be right back. I got to pee real fast.
No. Take a break. Take a break.
All right.
A few minutes later.
All right, I heard TJ when he came on, he's running low on battery, so we'll get through our last I think we only have 2 questions left.
Yeah, go ahead.
So,
Okay.
My question that I wanted to ask is, like we said, you've been doing the challenge for so long now. What keeps you coming back every year? What keeps you wanting to continue hosting this show? Is it the people? Is it the competition? Or is it just something else?
I think it's all the above. It's just part of my life now, and the challenge family is really just that. I mean, we've all been through a lot of tragedy, a lot of triumphs, a lot of everything together. The whole crew. I mean, me and Justin couldn't be tighter. You know what I mean? Like we're like brothers, and we call each other almost every day. No doubt about it. Every 2 or 3 days, and it's like, where you been, dude? You know what I mean? Right? So and that goes for anybody on the challenge. Like they all know that I got their back and I love them. You know what I mean? So there's that. And so the camaraderie between that is kind of like the guys on the deck when I rode BMX. That whole feeling is the same. Like I love my BMX family the same as I love my challenge family now. So I love all those people. They're all in the same mix now because, believe it or not, I was a pro television host longer than I was a pro BMX rider.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's insane to think about because being lucky enough to be in 2 Hall of Fames for a BMX career and then being in television for 20 years. And I was in BMX for 15, so it's crazy.
100%.
Yeah.
All right. We don't want your battery to die on you. So I want us to ask this final question.
Yeah, go for it.
Obviously it's the brotherhood that keeps bringing you back because it's the shared experience that a lot of people don't have. It's a real small group of people and that makes a lot of sense. But when that time does come, when you're ready to hang it up, you want to just get 5 more dogs, hang out, not travel all the time to do challenges. What's something that, when, let's say, turn off social media and all that you want people to remember about TJ Lavin? Your reading rainbow moment.
I think it's that I was nice to everybody. The same dude to everybody, from the workers, the people that are cleaning the whatever, and that I was quick to help. So if something, bless you, if there was something that needed to get done, I would do it. I'm not scared to work. If if I saw something that was wrong or weird that needed to get fixed or picked up, or if there's a piece of trash somewhere or there's a this or that, I get it done. You know what I mean? And 100%, if there's a piece of trash or something odd or different about the show that doesn't make it right, I will get it fixed somehow. You know what I mean? Something's going to happen. It's going to be done. And so that, but how I treat people is the most important thing to me. This is how you treat the waitress or the waiter or the bartender. And do you treat them the same as the president of the company? You know what I mean? And who I have on my phone as well. You know what I mean? All those people are all the same to me. Like Julie Peasy is the sweetest lady in the world. Love her. Her and the guy that takes out the trash get treated the same. You know what I mean? And she treats us the same too. Like I'm the host of the show, but then the guy that's taking out the trash gets treated the same. And that goes for all my people, including you two. Like I know that you two treat people like that as well. You know what I mean? And you could tell the kind of a person that you are by how the reaction of any kind of delay or weird scheduling or problem that you have is it detrimental to your relationship with the person? You know what I mean? And it isn't. You guys are cool as a fan. So it's that's the kind of people that I surround myself with, and that's the kind of person that I hope to be remembered as. Well,
dude, I want to tell you that you're doing a good fucking job, man.
Literally.
In the 10 years that I've been watching you on the challenge, 20 years for you, for the 10 years I watched you doing BMX, you've always been TJ Lavin, dude. I've never heard, honestly, a bad story about you. We've seen what you do as far as like when you guys go to South Africa and giving back to the community there, all the way to, meeting with fans at Starbucks, just, chop it up with them for 30 minutes. Dude, you're one of the most down to earth guys that we've ever seen on TV, and your integrity is through the roof, man. And dude, it's been an honor to sit here and chop it up with you for the last hour.
Oh, badass, man. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. And much love to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, right TJ. Back to you. Thanks, TJ.
We appreciate it so much, man. Take care. Have a great night.
All right. Much love, you guys. Take care.
You too.
Right.
Bye.